Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello, Blades fans. Welcome to this stream. How are you all doing today? I'm trying to stick my light on. There we go. I'm absolutely buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. The Blades have managed to get another quite straightforward, simple win tonight because we played Peterborough United, just beating them 2-0. It felt like it was going to come, but as Sheffield United fans, we all know that when we're expecting to score a goal and you feel it in your waters that it's eventually going to come, it quite often doesn't come. So the fact that we've gone and just beaten Peterborough 2-0, it's very nice to see. I'm not saying it's groundbreaking. It's a groundbreaking result, but it's also nice to see us not really being under any pressure throughout the game and coming away with the victory. So let's start from the beginning. The team that we expected to see in this game played. We lost Brewster really, really early on, which was gutting. It was probably about 20, 25 minutes into the game. It was really bright as well. One chance in particular came in from the wing. He picked the ball up on the wing, and I think the player coming towards him expected him to kind of hold his play, if you like, and wait for him to come across and bring others into it. And Brewster just went. He just got across him really, really quickly, got into a really good position. It wasn't the best ball in the world. It was just behind Sharpie. Sharpie tried to hold it up, and then Dye came speeding in, and the keeper managed to make a really, really good save from it. So very good save from the goalkeeper, got down really quickly, and Dye couldn't really do much else about it as it was really, really tight in there. It would have been very difficult to lift it over the goalkeeper or get it round him or whatever because he was on him straight away. There was a few other chances that we had in this game. Or in the first half, should I say, Bogle on that right-hand side went forward. It was a really tight angle, quite far out, but he made the keeper make a save. It was a good save, a good solid save, and it was a good solid shot, to be honest. Didn't expect it to go in, but it was nice just to see him make the keeper make a save. Egan had a very, very good chance, like the chance of the whole match. I feel like that was the best chance in the whole game for either side, right in front of the goalkeeper, slightly on an angle. The ball came into the box. Lovely little lofted ball. I think it was Norwood. Obviously, it's got to be Norwood. From the right-hand side, it's probably going to be Norwood. From the left-hand side, it's probably going to be Howrahan. And those two had a fantastic game today, and I will get onto that in a moment. But lovely ball into the box, and Egan's just stood at the back post, ready to smash the ball into the back of the net with his head. He could have brought it down. He could have overhead kicked it. He could have done whatever he wanted to do. He had so much time. And it was the right idea to head it, but he just didn't get over the ball, and he just headed it straight over the bar. Didn't even make the keeper make a save. And that was the most criminal thing from it all. I understand if the keeper makes a great save, just make him make a save. But no, he didn't put that away. I think it was just after the Bogle chance, possibly. Johnson Clark-Harris gets put through 1-on-1. And we think, oh, God, here we go. All that pressure. And Johnson Clark-Harris is just going to put the ball in the back of the net here. Basham got caught out. The ball got slipped through to him. And he went with his left foot. Now, we know he's left-footed. But he opened his body up, ready to curl it in with his right foot. And he went then across and kind of tried to stab it in with his left foot. And Wes, what a fantastic save this was. He went down to his right and then stuck his hand out at the last moment and made a really, really good save. That hand was strong as well. Very, very good save from Wes. And that's a goalkeeper that is on top form right now, because you go kind of 30 minutes without doing a thing, And then he has to pull out a save like that out of the top draw, and he absolutely did. It was fantastic to see. Well done, Wes. Well done. He did have a hairy moment really early on when the ball came in across the box and he kind of fumbled it. If there would have been a Peterborough player sniffing around, that probably would have been 1-0 Peterborough, but it's fine. It was really early on, and he needed to get into the game, and he absolutely did. He had nothing to do in the second half. I'm not sure if they even had a shot after that. I think I heard David Prutton say after the game that after Clark Harris's one-on-one, I don't think they had another shot, or maybe that's another shot on target, which that's great. That's what you want to see, isn't it? You want your defence to stop them from having any sorts of attacks. And it's great to see another clean sheet. However, if this was a better side, they would have put us under a lot more pressure. I'm not saying that we did anything wrong, but they would have put us under more pressure. And really, I think they're a team that are destined to get relegated. I hate to say that because I've got absolutely nothing against Peterborough. I like them. I like Barry Fry. I like Darren Ferguson. I like a lot of their players and you know, people involved in the club. But they look devoid of ideas. They really did. That ball through to Clark Harris that Wes saved was a fantastic bit of play, but that's the only thing that they created tonight. Lots of overhit crosses, lots of just kind of getting the ball in the midfield and just lumping it forward and not even aiming for a player. So a few dark times there, I would say, for Peterborough. And yeah, really, we should have gone and beaten them 3-4, 5-0 possibly, but we didn't. We took our foot off the gas after the second goal, I think. So we'll go into the second half as not a lot else happened. Bogle had a few more chances. Bogle was fantastic down that right hand side. Skills for days, girls. I'm going to say girls and lads then. Glads, skills for days, glads. It was great to watch him again down that right-hand side. He was a little bit more quiet in the second half, but great to see in that first. Creating loads of chances, a couple of shots across the box, a couple of balls that weren't quite perfect for like Sharpie and those. There was another one where Noah would clip the ball into the box and Sharpie just couldn't get the connection on it. We were thinking that Sharpie had kind of, I don't know, what's the word? It was playing on his mind, I think, the goal-scoring record. And he's been poor for a while, but that shot, that goal from Sharpie in the second half was just vintage Billy Sharp. Ball in the box, swivels, gets a great connection on it, and finds that bottom corner. That's what Billy Sharp does. Billy Sharp scores goals. And he did again today. So well done, Billy Sharp. 122 goals in the Championship, the most of any player ever. So well done, Billy. A lot of those have come at Bramall Lane too for the Blades on the road. Obviously, he scored goals for Scunny, for Southampton, for Forest, maybe even Reading and Leeds. Scored loads and loads of goals. So well done, Sharpie. Doncaster in there as well. Scored a lot of goals for Donny. So well done, Sharpie. Deserved, very much so. I think if Sharpie would have come at the end of his career and only scored a few goals for us, he might not have been a massive legend, and we might have been like, oh, right, yeah, that's good. But he's not scored that many goals for us. He has. He scored tons of goals for us. Loads of goals in League One. Even before Chris Wilder came along, he was scoring goals in a team that was rubbish in Nigel Adkins as Sheffield United. Then he scored loads of goals in League One under Chris Wilder. Didn't score as many the season after, but when we got promoted to the Premier League, scored hatfuls. Got the goal in the Premier League against Bournemouth, first goal of the season for the Blades. That was a very, very special moment. There's been so many special Billy Sharp moments since he's come back to the Blades. And yeah, he'll sleep well tonight. Saying that, I did say on the live stream, I've just come off the watch along, I did say that he missed a one-on-one, which Billy Sharp 3 years ago would have gobbled up. And I was thinking, Billy Sharp's going to be thinking about that tonight. But saying that, we won the game 2-0. He scored. He's got the record. Maybe he won't be. But I know the man that he is. Don't know him at all. But I know the man that he is. He's very competitive. That's how you've got to be to become the highest scoring player in the championship in history. So he's competitive. He never wants to miss chances. He scores loads and loads of goals. And he will be annoyed at himself for missing that one-on-one. But who cares? Who cares? He's done very, very well. And obviously he's got his goal and we've won the game. That is the main thing. The second goal came from a knockback from Chris Basham. And eventually we were going to score a goal from a corner, weren't we? There must have been 30,000 corners in that game for us. Loads in the first half, loads in the second half. We won so many balls in the air. It just didn't drop for us for most of the game. And then eventually it did. It didn't drop for us until it did. Chris Basham flicks the ball back into the box and Morton, the Peterborough striker, flicked the ball into the back of his own net. He was kind of quite stiff how he stood, and then he just stuck his leg out and flicked it in his own net. At first, I thought it was Jackie Longfield. I thought we got a Jack Robinson goal, 2 in 2 games. That would have been fantastic, but it wasn't to be. Jack Robinson did not get that goal. It came off a Peterborough lad, and I think we already knew that because everybody went over to Basham and was thanking him, ruffling his hair and stuff like that. And Basham, I think, definitely took the assist for that one. And he might even try and say that's his goal. But obviously, it certainly was an own goal. And the Blades go marching on. So I think that's 7 games under Heke. Is that 5 wins? Either 4 or 5 wins, something like that. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant to see. I'm a big fan of Heke. I think he's done wonders with this team. A group of lads that were completely down on the luck. I'm starting to think what would have happened if Heke would have been the manager from word go. Now, maybe it wouldn't have worked quite as well as what we would have expected. But at the end of the day, like, I think maybe the fact that Slav came in and then Heke's re-galvanised them, it's made them want it even more. The fact that obviously the players weren't too happy under Slav, I'm assuming. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic to see. I'll run through the team very, very quickly. Ques obviously had 1 save to make, and it was a fantastic one. Bogle was fantastic down that right-hand side. Skills for days, as I said. Just wasn't quite that final ball that we needed, but some good shots on target, some good shots in general, and some great play. Norrington Davis, a bit meh. Lots and lots of crosses that didn't reach the man. I think there was one on Dids' head, but he was always stretching for it. So he needs to get better with his crosses. But yeah, it was quite a simple day for the defence today. Same with Egan, Basham, and Robinson. None of them really made a mistake, other than Bash letting Johnson Clark-Harris get in behind him and a lovely slide rule ball through to Clark-Harris that Basham really should have done better with. In the midfield, Howrahan and Norwood were just, it was an absolute dream to watch those two tonight because they were just pinging balls left and right. Adam came on the watch along at half time and said it's like a ping competition. And it was great to watch, but it was because we played Peterborough. Now it's not going to be that easy. They're not going to have that much ball every single game, especially not in the next 2. We've got Birmingham away, and then we've got West Bromwich Albion at home. So they're not going to have that much ball. So, but it was great to watch. It really was great to watch. And Dye wasn't his best game that he's ever had, but he was a handful all game long. But he did come off injured, which was gutting because we love Illiman Dye. And we want to see him play every single minute of every single game. Now, Brewster came off injured, as I said earlier. And that's also gutting because you've got to expect that it's a hamstring and he's going to be out for at least 2 weeks, if not 4, 5, 6 weeks, probably like last time, which is gutting. But that begs the question, does Daniel Jefferson come back? Let us know in the comments what you think to that. in the watch along, a lot of people were hoping that we were going to bring Jebo back. And actually, I think before the game, it was up in the air whether we were going to bring Jebo back. I think now it needs to happen. I really do. We're not going to be playing 𝐍𝐸, it seems. He may be out the door. Brewster being injured. We need to bring someone, a mobile player, that's obviously scored loads of goals this season, so he's going to be buzzing. All the players are buzzing. He even scored a goal when we were down on our luck last season in the Premier League. So if he's buzzing, the team's buzzing, it could be a match made in heaven. So 𝐍𝐸, bring him back. Bring him back. Billy Sharp, obviously, got the goal, got the record. I'm not going to talk too much about his game because his control wasn't the greatest tonight. He didn't hold it up the best. He held it up occasionally, but his touch wasn't good tonight. So that's the only thing that I will say, because he deserves all the praise in the world for getting the record tonight. 𝐍𝐸 coming on. I don't think 𝐍𝐸 had a good game, and that's from me. That is coming from me. I think a lot of his touches were poor. He lost the ball a lot. He came on and did vintage 𝐍𝐸. His pace was doubted by me, but going up against that defender, he got there, flicked the ball inside perfectly, and then the left-footed strike, curling strike, was nowhere near the target. So vintage 𝐍𝐸, but yeah, I hope 𝐍𝐸 gets more game time and gets better, because let's be honest, Ryan Brewster's out now, so 𝐍𝐸, McBurney, maybe Jebo are all going to have to up their game if they're wanting to get into this side. But there's a place there up for grabs now. There really is, unless Morgan Gibbs-White comes back, and then that gives us a different dimension. Who else came on? Ollie McBurney obviously came on. I thought he did okay, actually. Slid 𝐍𝐸 in one-on-one, but took it further out wide and then kind of ran the clock down. Won a couple of headers, which were nice to see. Flicked one onto 𝐍𝐸. He's always going to be in that box and causing problems. And with Jack Robinson launching those balls into the box, I do think McBurney is a good player to have there. There was one other player that came on, 𝐍𝐸, and 𝐍𝐸 did actually look like he was up for the game too. So brilliant. That's what we want to see. It wasn't the greatest game I've ever watched. There was a lot of really, really poor touches, especially in that first half. We controlled the game after the second goal went in, after the first goal went in, really. But a lot of poor touches in that first half from both sides. It was pinball for a lot of it. And yeah, we managed to get the win. That's all that matters. Ryland Ucker, up the Blades, absolutely. We're going up United. United. Absolutely. Well, not absolutely. We might go up. We probably won't. Great win. Good old Billy. Absolutely. Okay, today, still not 100% on Reece Davis. Yeah, I'm the same. Never beats his man, checks back. He looks quick, but he never looks to beat a man, and he never gets past a man anyway, even though he looks quick. Why are our expensive strikers also fragile? Yeah, I think you're right, mate. I don't know why that is. What's the latest on Brewster? Do you know, Nick? I actually don't. And the reason why I don't know, Michael, is because we did a watch along, so a lot of what was being said on the TV, we didn't even hear, because I'm listening to Ewan, who was on the watch along with me. Thanks for that, Ewan. I really appreciate you joining me today. We're not even listening to the commentators, and I've come straight on here, so that's the reason, mate. So I'm sure we'll find out. It'll all come out in the wash very, very soon. It's a shame about Brewster. He was just starting to shine. Hope he's not out for too long. Yeah, we all hope so, Andrew, mate. Congratulations on record-breaking goal, Billy Sharp. Definitely. Here we go. Clean sheet wears. Good win. Better off staying in the Championship. I completely agree, JC. I really do, actually. I'm enjoying being in the Championship now. We're actually winning games. Found our level. Well, let's build on it, shall we say. I agree, Nick. We did take our foot off the gas. They got back into it, but never looked like scoring. Exactly that, Andrew, my man. Billy Sharp, Billy the Blade. Congrats, Billy Sharp. Well done, Billy Sharp. Jebo back now. Rian is out and 𝐍𝐸 is pretty much gone. doesn't take a rocket scientist, that does it? It really, really doesn't, Kieran. Yes, Jefferson to come back and play in the famous red and white stripes of Sheffield United. Jebbo back to be no question about it. Yep, absolutely. Everyone's agreeing. Any news about Ndai? We don't know, but if history serves us right, he's probably cramp. It's probably not anything any more than that. So I wouldn't worry about it too much unless we've got anything to worry about. Agreed, Jebbo back, but do we have anybody coming in before Monday? Not sure about that, Andrew. Hopefully we will. Fingers crossed. We might even do a stream, a live stream for transfer deadline day. But we need to really see that someone's going to come in if we're going to do something like that. We don't want to do it for no reason. It'll be a bit of a damp squid otherwise. All on our way back from Peterborough. We are knackered. Yes, James, you are doing God's work, mate. Well done, mate. Well done. I'd have liked to have gone to it, but Hal's gone to the game tonight. Hope Hal has had a great, great time, as well as you have, James. Somebody's going to hold the fort, haven't they? Went to the game. Should have been 4, but some of the football was sublime. First half, even Steven. Second, we neutralised them. Yep, I agree. I thought we were a lot better in the first half than they were, but I get your point. Sharp should have had a hat-trick. He probably should have, Isaac, but we're celebrating Billy Sharp tonight. We're not giving him any stick. Forward line of Jebbo, Rian, Illiman behind Downboy. Don't know what that means, but I love it, Kieran. I love your enthusiasm. Love the channel. I'm new, but can't wait to stay tuned. Yes, Ewan. I love that. We've had a Ewan on the channel this evening, and we've now got a Ewan subscriber. Make sure you do subscribe if you haven't already. And also, guys, before I leave, please, can you like the stream? That always, always helps. It really helps the stream out. So please, please subscribe, like the stream before you leave. And yeah, I don't think there's much else to really say. The Blades were decent. Peterborough weren't. And it was quite a comfortable 2-0 win. Well done, Billy Sharp. Blades up to 11th. 3 games in hand. 2 games in hand on Middlesbrough. 6 points from. So we need 2 big, big wins coming up, especially in those games that we have left. And you never know. We might just sneak into the playoffs. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I will see you next time.